What's up, everybody in the VC? Craig here with a much overdue music room tour update. Been needing to do this for a long time, but kind of waited for the right time to do it, and what better time than now, since we're in the spring season, to start off anew. So, let's kind of start off here with the main living room area. Now, if you watched my last tour, which would have been from last summer, my 5x5 Expedit here was not filled. Had a good, 4 or 5 cubes that still needed to be filled. And that's where I had my VHS tapes at the time. Now, they've got their own shelf. Just so many vinyl purchases that I've outgrown the 5x5. So this is just simply my A to Z right now. Not really broken up into genres yet. Haven't tackled that one yet. So, there's those. Same kind of memorabilia I had up here before. So, yes, David Byrne, Waterloo Records bumper sticker that I got from Mr. Jeff Ortiz and some VCLT a while back. Some Beatles memorabilia, yada yada yada. Same Marantz bookshelf speakers I've still been using. First CD tower here, housing A to K. I don't remember the exact number of how many of these hold. I want to say it's between maybe 500. I haven't really done a count yet, but I know it's a lot. So moving on here, cleaning station. So with my cleaning solution, distilled water, cloths. Down there I got some of my miscellaneous supplies, to fix tape splices, extra cloths, speaker wire, deoxit, all that other good shit. Over here, this shelf, I actually pulled out of storage a few months ago. It was had casters on it. It was pretty dirty, so I took the casters off, cleaned it up, and turned it into a shelf for my turntable, a couple of cassette drawers, which I'm fucking OCD, they gotta be lined up a little bit better. And my 7" CD box sets. Same turntable that I've been using out here as before, so the Sony PS-LX 350H. Cassette drawers here, we've got compilations, soundtracks, finishing off soundtracks, and then the hip-hop. Artist collections, so I think we got Stones here. Just kind of some random ones I kind of decided to pull out and put in drawers in here. Beatles and Family. And last one here being Dire Straits. Just kind of random. Really not a big fan of the cassette drawers just because I like having everything displayed, but kind of help save on some of the space. So, moving along. A little Don Henley on CD in the background. Let's kind of open up the cabinet here and show you guys kind of what we're looking at. Gonna move my dog out of the way. My JVC LA31 turntable, which is currently not in use due to a turntable upgrade that I did recently, which I will get to that. It does work. I just took the cartridge and stylus out to put on the other turntable. So, great turntable though. Same Kenwood DP M6640 6+1 CD changer that I've had. This you guys haven't seen. Pioneer Elite VSX11 digital signal processor. So basically just a surround sound receiver. All kinds of good shit. Pretty nice for being a I want to say later 90s receiver. It sounds good, and the one thing that was a really good selling point is that it's got a phono input. So, Tape 2 monitor, built-in tuner, CD, LD, which I'm guessing is Laserdisc. I'm thinking, but then again, I could be wrong, /satellite, DVD/TV, and VCR tape 1. So definitely the early days of DVD players and all that stuff. And then you just got your, your different speaker buttons and direct sound and all the different surround sound options, your tone options, all that stuff. I don't like the fact that it's not too versatile where you can't dick with everything too much. You're kind of stuck with what settings you got. It'd be really cool if it had better EQ settings, but overall the sound on it's great, and I picked it up for $100 right after I shot my music room tour, and it's been good. Not my main rig. This is more my modern setup, but still really cool to have, and it gets the job done. Same Kenwood KX3510 cassette deck. Love this deck. And down here, some more cassettes, all my comedy cassettes, and then comedy CDs, soundtracks, compilations, stuff like that. So let's kind of maneuver from here and move along. Excuse the mess. My other Marantz bookshelf speaker. Some more CDs up here. Just kind of separated out my metal section, some of my metal section. And I got this this little shelf here a few months back. And just kind of pulled out all my favorite metal. So my Megadeth collection, 6 Feet Under, Death, Slayer, Danzig, Misfits, Metal Church, Morbid Angel, Cannibal Corpse, Metal Massacre, Sabotage, Accept, Overkill, Testament, Stormtroopers of Death, and then Anthrax. Couldn't fit the Metallica one in here. The Live Shit Binge and Purge CD, DVD box set would not fit in there. So Metallica gets relegated to the CD tower. So this one goes from K to U, I believe. And then finishing it off over here, we've got U to Z, and all my hip hop. And starting my cassette collection and what I have dubbed Cassette Corner. So let's kind of maneuver around some of the stuff around here. Like I said, excuse the mess. So, lots of new additions in the cassette world. Like I said, Cassette Corner. Last time you guys saw this shelf wasn't even full yet. Now you've got a full shelf here. This little cassette holder here, which actually was my first ever cassette organizer. Well, also doubles as a CD organizer too. First one I ever got when I was about 10 years old. So, still gets used to this day. One of those nicer wooden ones from Napa Valley, I believe, makes those. That holds 30. One of the big boys that holds 100. And just a plastic cassette holder here that holds 60. So kind of some artist collections I pulled out over here. So you got Kiss, Guns N' Roses, Twisted Sister, Van Halen, Rat, AC/DC, and Accept. Some more artist collection stuff that I pulled out up here. So Rush, Zeppelin, Iron Maiden. So very, very cool. Love hanging out here in Cassette Corner. Sad part is I have more, so I can't even fit it all in Cassette Corner, which sucks. One day when I have a bigger place to work with, Cassette Corner will be like cassette room. Same kind of media shelf for all the DVDs. Once again, been out of room for them. Been out of room for months. Same Fisher floor speakers that I've had. So not too many changes out here. Here's where all the major changes have happened here in my office. Kind of give you an overview here. Alright, so let's start over here with the media shelf with all the VHS. All my music related VHS videos, a lot I've acquired just, since childhood, and there's a lot of stuff that have been, Goodwill finds and stuff like that. Can't resist them when you see them, especially for so cheap. And some more over here. A couple of 8 tracks on display. Bob Dylan, courtesy of my big brother LJ. So then down here, I've got some my collection of blank cassettes. So I do like to collect those. Some bootlegs. George Harrison retrospective that was on the radio the weekend after he passed away. Pretty cool interviews, music, stuff like that. Muddy Waters, Howlin' Wolf. My Elvis 8-tracks, head cleaners for both cassette deck and 8-track player. Speaking of 8-tracks, my 8-track collection over here. This shelf I recently acquired. So all my 8-tracks, the holders that I got along in that haul back in December. So some kind of artist collections pulled out up here, and then kind of alphabetical from here on out. And kind of recent acquisitions over here. And then my dog. And here's kind of my hard rock metal stuff that I've really pulled out. All kinds of good shit. Yep, you have so many cassettes that you just keep running out of room. Well, Goodwill stopped having them so cheap. And also VC member Jesse Cundiff, who is kind enough to CCLT me a bunch of stuff and let me buy tons of cassettes all the time. So, thank you to him too. Alright, another shelf that I just bought over the weekend. Holds another 100. Just kind of put some more artist collection stuff. Black and Blue, Crew, Dokken, Tom Petty, Fix. All kinds of good shit. Alright, so let's talk about the stereo setup in here, because this is what I'm really excited about. This is my vintage setup in here. Speakers are Fisher ST828s. Picked those up at a garage sale last summer for $40 for the pair. Very, very excited about those. Love those. Sound amazing. Oddly enough, I had my Pioneer receiver and Technics EQ that I had out in the living room last year. And I had those in here since then, and the speakers sounded like crap with that receiver without the EQ. So when I turned the EQ on and balanced everything out, these speakers sounded amazing. So I figured they'd just sound muddy as shit when I got this receiver in here, but they just sound fucking killer. So I was really surprised about that, because they had some pretty shitty reviews when I read them. Just how bassy they were and muddy, and they sound really great. So I guess it almost just depends on what type of receiver you use and everything else. So let's talk equipment here. So up top here we've got a Realistic TR-884 8-track player and recorder. Great, very solid. Picked this up off of eBay a few months ago. Thing's a little finicky at times, but plays great. Got a really killer deal on it, and does exactly the job that I want it to do. So hopefully I can find another silver-faced 8-track player with VU meters. I want something similar to this, or maybe like a like the Panasonic RS808, I believe is what it's called. I'd love to have one of those, but this gets the job done, and I'm very excited about it. Down here, my Akai GXC 709D cassette deck. Picked this up at Goodwill last September for $6, believe it or not. And this thing is just a minty shape. Not a scratch on it. Barely even any dust on it. So, great find. Plays great. Since then I've changed the belts in it, but I love it to death. Plays great. Sound on it is crisp. It's just killer. So there's that. Another recent find here. This is a Craigslist score. About a month ago or so. picked this up. This is a MCS turntable. Modular Component Systems 6701 direct drive automatic turntable. This is just fucking cool as hell. Minty shape. Came with the manual, original LP stacker and 45 adapter. You want to know how much I paid for this? $15. $15. Lady was very, very kind when she dropped it off to me. Had no idea what she had, because honestly, and I didn't even say anything to her, but like, yeah, I checked on eBay and these things are going for a lot more than what I'm paying for this, and in shittier condition. So, I mean, this thing, dust cover is in amazing shape, everything else. I've been wanting some MCS gear for a while, so to find this, I felt like I hit the jackpot. So, very, very cool. Equipped with a Stanton RS500 DJ cartridge and stylus, what I had on the JVC. Sounds killer. All the major functions, so speed, pitch control, the program switch for the LP stacker, repeat, 7-inch, 10-inch, 12-inch, cue, and start stop. So, very, very cool. And this bad boy I just picked up this past weekend. It's a Sansui. Show that for everybody. Stereo receiver 7070. Let's power this son of a bitch on. Oh yeah, check that sucker out. Oh yeah, this screamed everything that I've been looking for in a receiver. I've been wanting something vintage for a long time, and I'd especially been wanting something with VU meters, because I'm a sucker for those, and you got your signal and tuning VU. And this thing is just killer. Tons of power, and it is amazing. So let's just kind of go through this. You got your speaker switch, headphone, bass, mid, treble. Up top here you got your low and high filters, audio muting, left and right VUs, balance and volume, loudness, your stereo and mono mode switch, tape play, mic level. Up top you got your FM muting, MPX noise canceller, and Dolby noise reduction / 4-channel adapter. And you got your selector here, so you got FM, Dolby FM, AM, auxiliary, and your phono. So you got phono 1 and phono 2. Very, very cool. And this thing is in pretty solid shape. The casing itself on the outside, the sort of wood grain, very faux wood grain, pretty shitty. It's kind of beat up, but the unit itself is in great shape. Found it at Goodwill, 30% off. It was priced at $30. Got it for $21, and got it home, cleaned off fucking years and years of dust, and took some deoxit to it, and it fucking plays amazing. And the sound on it is just killer. Very warm, tubey sound to it. It makes everything sing. It sounds awesome, and I am so, so glad to find it. So, satisfied customer here. My now playing recent arrivals crate. Down here, got my Beatles collection, some kind of duplicate cassettes over there. Moved that out of the main room just because I started running out of room, so started pulling out some artist collections and putting them in here. So Beatles being the first one. Over here we got my jazz, 12 inches, comedy, compilations, soundtracks, all that nastiness. So very, very cool. Trying to leave more room over here for some more recent acquisitions. Eventually I'm just going to keep running out of room until I can, get another house and get more expedites. So, just more books down below and whatnot. So that should pretty much do it. That being the new vintage setup in here and the modern setup out in the living room, I'm pretty solid. All my excess equipment being downstairs. Eventually one day I'd love to have that all kind of displayed and everything else, but due to room I can't have everything out all at once, so just gotta be happy with what components I have and what setups and all that good shit. So anyway, enough of my babbling. That pretty much does it for the music room tour update. Hope everybody's doing well. Just want to say thank you to all of my subscribers. Glad you guys enjoy everything you're seeing here. Hopefully you see some more vinyl here soon. Alright everybody, take care and I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace.